Okay, does everybody have an agenda? I think we got 10 agencies today.
Inside a Georgia House Committee meeting this past February, the director of the state's Public Defenders Council, Amateo Ali, tells lawmakers she has a problem.
At this moment, we're bleeding from our staffing right now. We're losing our attorneys by the droves.
The agency represents the majority of people accused of crimes who cannot afford an attorney.
And what does this mean? If we keep losing our attorneys, the taxpayers are not going to get the value for what we're supposed to do.
8 months later, the director now claims all staffing shortages have been fixed. And since taking charge in 2020, the agency has never been in better shape.
In my 32 years of being with the public defender system, in one capacity or the other, this last 2 years have been the most phenomenal.
10 days after this interview with Director Ali, one of her own attorneys told the Georgia judge in this virtual hearing the agency is still short public defenders.
And we are doing everything in our power to add more attorneys. It is not happening as readily as none of us would like, and I apologize for that.
One of the agency's solutions to have this public defender represent defendants across the state.
Yes, it is not sustainable for me personally to be in multiple places at the same time.
This week, the Georgia Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers calling the public defender shortage a travesty of constitutional proportion. State Representative Josh McLaurin says the director's description of the state of public defense was political theater. This after InvestigateTV uncovered hundreds of people charged with crimes with no legal representation over the past year, some languishing behind bars for months. The lawmaker doesn't think Ali is fit to lead the agency.
I don't. The number of reports about her and the quality of those reports has been overwhelming. It seems to be that there's a broad consensus that she is at best indifferent to whether public defense is effective and funded enough in this state.
McLaurin and other Democrats are now pledging to compel the Defenders Council to provide more information on caseloads, staffing numbers, and legislative solutions.
And to me,
Republican Governor Brian Kemp, who appointed Ali, stands by the director, emailing, "We fully expect the improvements she's implemented to continue." Georgia's problem echoes staffing shortages in public defender offices across the country, an issue Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici from Oregon knows well. Judges in her district have dismissed hundreds of felony criminal cases due to the shortage this year.
It really concerns me that our court system cannot operate as it should because there aren't enough public defenders.
To address the shortage, the Congresswoman filed a bill this past November that could fund $250 million in grants to state public defender offices. The legislation also calls for up to $75 million in student loan reimbursement and pay equity with prosecutors.
People who are working in district attorney's offices and prosecuting crimes are making more than people who are defending. So the pay disparities there, we need to have programs that encourage people to go into the important work of defense.
The search for solutions to fix a problem plaguing the judicial system, violating the rights of those accused of crimes.
This is not a partisan issue that the Constitution has a right to counsel in a criminal case. It's not a partisan issue that everyone wants the court system to be working as it should.